Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And Kurt Angle looks like he's headed into the Hall of Fame of 2017. It's about fucking time. You know, we've waited a really long time for Kurt Angle to get in there after fucking thousands of rumors. What is this the past couple of years? Every fucking couple of months, oh, Kurt Angle's gonna be in the WWE. Kurt Angle's gonna be... You know, they kept on saying this. We kept hearing all these different rumors. Jeff Hardy's going to come back. Kurt Angle. This time, Kurt Angle's coming back. Now all the rumors are starting. An in-ring return for Kurt Angle. Stop! Can we just for 1 minute just think about this, you know, and just appreciate that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. It's going to be good to see him come back to give his speech. Finally fucking coming back home where he belongs. The way how I see it, guys, Kurt Angle wasted so much time in TNA. You know, I mean, okay, I don't even want to really imagine that Kurt Angle was, you know, going to be, you know, misused in WWE for all these years. I mean, you think about how bad the product was and how the guys of the past were being misused. Probably one of the most classic examples is a guy like Chris Jericho. I look at a guy like Chris Jericho, I look at Jericho now, and I'm just like, this is a guy that was so good back in the day, but now they're just turning him into a caricature of himself. I don't even want to imagine Kurt Angle in that same situation. That's kind of why I'm kind of on the fence about if I want Kurt Angle to actually return in ring. I know that he's just going to be there to accept an award, and he might not necessarily be going back in the ring. But, you know, I'm not saying Kurt Angle had a bad run in TNA. Not saying that. It's just that Kurt Angle to me didn't feel the same. There is something magical about being in the WWE, about performing in the WWE with Kurt Angle's music, with the "You Suck" chants, having the gimmick that Kurt Angle did. You know, when he was in TNA, I just didn't feel the same level of passion watching Kurt Angle that I did in the WWE. Didn't have the same level of enjoyment. I don't know, because it just always, to me, it felt sort of second rate. That's not to say that Kurt Angle didn't have good matches, didn't have good moments in TNA. But he didn't have the classic moments and matches that he had in WWE, and they didn't have as much of a legacy behind them as the ones that he had in WWE. You know, you think about a lot of the classic moments of Kurt Angle. You think about his feud with Stone Cold. You think about his classic match against Shane McMahon at King of the Ring 2001. I have so many great memories of Kurt Angle. The series of matches that he had against Edge, the steel cage match on SmackDown when they first started the brand extension, Kurt Angle versus the Murderer, Chris Benoit, all those great matches they had together. Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19. I mean, this guy has had so many amazing matches. Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. This guy has wrestled, when you look at some of the greatest matches that WWE ever had, Kurt Angle his name is one of the competitors usually. That's the thing. So it's great to finally have him back. They're fucking honoring him. I know that they could have had him there a lot sooner, but it was just, Vince McMahon was just probably so stringent and so strict about, you know, because Kurt Angle didn't leave on the best of terms, I think. So he was probably just a little bit butthurt, just a little bit. I think a lot butthurt over that. So we probably could have had Kurt Angle back a lot sooner. Probably could have prevented Kurt Angle from leaving in the first place. But no, you know, again, another missed opportunity. Another debacle in the land of McMahon. You know, and these types of things are pretty commonplace. We always have these problems, you know, with wrestlers that, you know, they leave and McMahon is too fucking stubborn to get in contact with them. Kurt Angle had like a meeting about a year or two ago and they couldn't reach an agreement. They never called him back. It was shit like that. He actually revealed this in an interview with Vince Russo. That he had an interview at WWE headquarters, and they just never called him back. Well, why didn't they call the guy back? You know, I know that Kurt Angle didn't leave on the best terms, but there's been so many wrestlers. I remember when Sable came back, we were all shocked way back in 2003. After the way Sable left in 1999, we never thought that we would see her even, you know, breathe a breath of air on WWE ground once again. And sure enough, she came back like 4 years later, you know, and she was rehired. And we were all fucking shocked. We never thought that we'd see Hulk Hogan walk through those doors again. We never thought we'd see a lot of guys come back, and yet they come back. They come back. So, why did it take Kurt Angle this long? Is kind of what I'm questioning here. It's going to be 11 years since Kurt Angle walked through those hollowed halls of WWE. 11 fucking years, over a decade since we've seen Kurt Angle there when he takes the stage for the Hall of Fame ceremony this year. I'm pretty fucking, you know, I was a little bit shocked. I'm not surprised. I knew eventually he'd make his way into the Hall of Fame, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be this year or not. But I am happy to finally hear that he is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Does he deserve it? You bet your fucking ass he does. Now, as far as, like I said, as far as the in-ring portion of this return goes, I don't know. I've got a feeling that they're probably going to try to work something out with Kurt Angle, try to get him to do at least one more match or at least one more run. My guess is that he's going to become a part-timer, much in the vein of Brock Lesnar or Goldberg. They're probably going to sign him to some sort of Legends contract or whatever the fuck it is they do nowadays. You know, I don't know. It's just, I mean, it'll be interesting to see him come back, even if it is to wrestle somebody like Finn Balor. You know, I want to see Kurt Angle come back. I want to see him come out to his old music. But it's just, ever since they've had these wrestlers return, it's been a fucking disaster the past couple of years. The Dudley Boys, Batista, Goldberg coming back, I was not happy with that at all, what happened in Survivor Series. So, you know, let's chalk that up again to another failed return. I'm just very nervous that he's going to come back in the ring, and it's not going to be the Kurt Angle I remember, but the Kurt Angle that I wish just stayed away, because I wish I could just have my good memories of him. But, you know, that might not be the case. He might be coming back to the ring. You know, who knows? Maybe this guy will be a full-time wrestler. I don't fucking know. This guy is really stretching the boundaries of his neck. This guy gets me fucking nervous. The guy's neck is hanging by a thread. But the guy keeps on fucking wrestling. He's even wrestling outside of TNA. The guy's a fucking madman. But I just hope that, you know, if he is going to come back, that we at least get some more good memories. But it's just like, I can't really realistically say that. Because I just know every single time WWE's got their hands on something good, they fuck it up, they fuck it up, they fuck it up! So why would it be any different this time around is all I'm saying. Why would there be a difference this time around when we're so used to WWE fucking everything up? Why would this be a different case? Why would this be a different scenario? I don't see how I could really stand here and say, oh, Kurt Angle's going to come back and it's going to be great. It's going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's going to be better than any year he ever had before. It's like, no, I'm not going to say that because I know it's not true. I know he's going to come back and it's going to be everything that I don't want and then some or less. So, but I'm happy they're inducting him into the Hall of Fame. That's a very good thing. It's a well-deserved thing. But as far as his in-ring return, I'm really on the fence about that. All right, guys.